Join me as I take on the challenge of trying out different anxiety-fighting techniques to see which one helps me breathe easy the most. When it comes to anxiety, it's no secret that it can be a major obstacle in our daily lives. Finding effective techniques to manage it is crucial, and that's exactly what we're going to dive into today. Living with anxiety can be a real struggle. It's like having a constant companion that you can't shake off, always lurking in the shadows, waiting to pounce on you when you least expect it. Simple tasks can become daunting challenges, and even the thought of getting out of bed in the morning can be overwhelming. But it's not just about the daily tasks. Anxiety can also affect our relationships, our work, and even our physical health. It's exhausting, it's frustrating, and it can be downright debilitating. And to make matters worse, it's often something that people suffer in silence, afraid to speak out or seek help. I know I've been there, and I'm sure many of you have too. The feeling of being trapped in your own mind, unable to escape the constant worry and fear, it's a terrible place to be. On top of that, anxiety can be incredibly isolating. It's easy to feel like you're the only one going through this, that nobody else understands what you're facing. But the truth is, anxiety is more common than you think, and there is hope for a better tomorrow. One of the reasons anxiety can be so hard to deal with is that it can be unpredictable. One day you might be feeling okay, and the next you're back to square one, struggling to catch your breath. It's like being on an emotional roller coaster, never knowing when the next dip is going to come. And it's not just the anxiety itself, it's the fear of the anxiety that can be even more paralyzing. The fear of having a panic attack in public, the fear of not being able to cope, the fear of being stuck in this cycle forever. It's a heavy burden to carry, and it's one that can be incredibly draining. So, how do we break free from this cycle? How do we learn to breathe easy again? That's what we're going to explore today. From deep breathing exercises to mindfulness practices, physical activity, and more, we're going to dive into the world of anxiety-fighting techniques and explore what really works. Whether you're someone who's struggling with anxiety right now, or you're just looking for ways to improve your mental health, this video is for you. The first technique we're going to look at is deep breathing exercises. Now, I know what you might be thinking, breathing exercises, that's not going to do anything for my anxiety, but trust me, they can be incredibly powerful. When we're anxious, our breathing becomes shallow and rapid, which can actually make our anxiety worse. By focusing on deep, slow breaths, we can calm our nervous system and reduce our anxiety. It's not a magic fix, but it's a great place to start. Another technique is mindfulness practices. Mindfulness is all about being present in the moment, focusing on your thoughts and feelings without judgment. It can be as simple as paying attention to your breath, your body, or your surroundings. The goal is to quiet the mind and reduce anxiety. Physical activity is also a great way to reduce anxiety. Exercise releases endorphins, which are natural mood boosters. It can also help distract us from our worries and give us a sense of accomplishment. One technique that's really helped me is progressive muscle relaxation. It's a technique where you tense and then relax different muscle groups in your body, starting with your toes and moving up to your head. It's a great way to release physical tension and calm your mind. I've found that it's especially helpful when I'm feeling overwhelmed or stuck. Another technique that's been a game changer for me is journaling. Writing down my thoughts and feelings can help me process and release them, and it's also a great way to identify patterns and triggers. I want to share a personal story that's really relevant to this topic. A few years ago, I was going through a really tough time with anxiety. I was waking up in the middle of the night, my heart racing, feeling like I was going to have a panic attack. I knew I needed to do something, but I didn't know where to start. That's when I discovered meditation. I started with just 5 minutes a day and slowly increased my practice over time. It wasn't easy, and there were days when I felt like giving up. But slowly but surely, I started to notice a difference. I was sleeping better, I was feeling more calm, and I was better equipped to handle stressful situations. It wasn't a magic fix, but it was a powerful tool that helped me take control of my anxiety. The most important thing to remember is that these techniques aren't meant to be a one-size-fits-all solution. What works for one person might not work for another, and that's okay. The key is to experiment, find what works for you, and make it a consistent part of your routine. It's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent and being patient with yourself. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any personal experiences or tips you'd like to share, please leave them in the comments below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more content on mental health and self-care. Until next time, take care.